everyone. So now we are on to non-proportional relationships, notes page 2. Non-proportional relationships, notes page 2. So at the very top of your page, it says equation. So we're still looking at the table and the graph that we were just talking about, the example about her going to the gym and how much it was going to cost. So it says, write an equation to represent the relationship between X, the number of months at the gym, and Y, the total cost of the membership. So remember that always slope is written as Y equals MX plus B. Y equals MX plus B. So this is the original equation. That's not for A, but this is Y equals MX plus B. So Y is going to stand for your cost of months. Your X is going to stand for your amount of months. Your M is how much it's costing per month. Well, how much is it per month? You should have said 20. You should have said 20. So for A, you got Y equals 20. Your X is always changing, so you'll write X plus your Y-intercept. So we just talked about this. I just said that B equals your Y-intercept. And what was your Y-intercept? Where did it pass the Y-axis at? It was 10. It was 10. So your answer for A should be Y equals 20X plus 10. Y equals 20X plus 10. So I'm going to go to B. It says, do you see the slope in the equation? If so, where? Well, where's our slope? You should have said yes. So everybody on B, right? Yes. And where is our slope? Well, our slope is in front of our X. It is 20. So write yes. The slope is 20 in front of the X. So that's why it's really important to know what they all stand for. So remember, M is always, I'll go ahead and write out to sign. M equals slope. B equals Y-intercept. B equals Y-intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and make a little note and show it up to y'all. So remember, B equals your Y-intercept. Your M equals your slope. Your equation is Y equals MX plus B. Your Y is always changing because it's always affected by your X. So you're not going to put anything for X or Y unless you're actually solving it. So for B, you should have put yes, the slope is 20 in front of X. Okay, so let's go to C. It says, do you see the Y-intercept in the equation? If so, where? You should have said yes. Everybody should have written down yes. Okay. Where is it? It is the B. So it is the B, and the Y-intercept is 10. Okay. So for C, you should have put down yes, it is the B, and the Y-intercept is 10. The Y-intercept is 10. So the next question says, what conclusions can you make about non-proportional equations? What conclusions can you make about this? So let's think about it for a second. Okay, so I'm going to write it out, and this is what I want you to write down. The slope is the coefficient of X. I'm going to write it down. I'll show it to you in just a second. Is the coefficient of X. Because remember, a coefficient is what is the number in front of the variable. Well, the slope is the number in front of X. So, and the Y-intercept, and the Y-intercept is the added value or subtracted. Is the added value or subtracted. Or subtracted value. Okay. So this means, this is what I want you to write down. The slope is the coefficient of X, because remember, the coefficient is the number in front of the variable. And the Y-intercept is the added value or the subtracted value at the end. So remember, your Y-intercept doesn't have to be positive. It can be negative. So it could be subtracting. Okay? So this is what I want you to write down. And then we're going to move on to where it says non-proportional equations. So it says non-proportional equations will be written in the form of, well, we know this. This is what we've been doing. Y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. Where m is the, well, I just said it. M is the slope. And the y and the b is the y-intercept. B is the y-intercept. So this is important for you to know. M is the slope. B is the y-intercept. And this is this is the equations of non-proportional. Y equals mx plus b. Okay, so for the questions below, it says for each equation in 1 through 3, list the slope, the y-intercept, and whether or not it is proportional. Okay, so let's go look at number 1. Number 1, what would be the slope? The slope would be -4 because it's your b. It's right in front of your x. Your y-intercept is 9. Is it proportional? No, it's not proportional. If it is written in this equation, it is not proportional. So you would write no. You would write no. So I'm going to hold it up. Slope is -4. It's in front of the x. Your b, which is your y-intercept, it is 9. And then it is not proportional. So I want you to go ahead and do 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Go ahead and do 2 and 3. Okay, so for 2, this is what I got. For 2, I have my slope, or which is the m, is 3/4. My y-intercept, which is the b, which is -8. And is it proportional? No, because it is in the form of y equals mx plus b. Go ahead and go to number 3. Okay, so number 3, this is actually written differently. So look at it. So your slope is 1.25. Your y-intercept is 0 because there's no +7, -7. There's no anything after it. So there is no y-intercept. So it is proportional because it is not written at y equals mx plus b. Okay, so it is proportional. So you should have put yes. Yes. Slope 1.25, b. Well, there's no b. And then it is proportional. Okay, let's go to number 4. It says Caroline is going to the state fair with a group of friends. If it costs her $12 for admission, and once she gets inside the fair, she can buy tickets for 75 cents each in order to play games, purchase food, or go on rides. Okay, I want everybody to underline $12 for admission. So it's just like our gym one. It's just like our gym one. This is our fee to get into the fair. So go ahead and start thinking about, okay, well, where did I put my gym fee at? Where did I put it at in my equation? So remember, so underline $12, that's your admission. And then I want you to go ahead and underline tickets for 75 cents each. So tickets, 75 cents each. 75 cents each. Okay, so let's go ahead and relate it back to our gym membership. So for me to get into this fair, it's $12. So when I'm writing a non-proportional equation, I write it as y equals mx plus b. So when I write it as y equals mx plus b, my y is my costs, my x is my tickets. So where's my $12 go? It's the b. You're always paying $12 to get into the fair. So that's your b. So where is your slope? What is your slope? What is your m? It's the 75 cents. It is the 75 cents. So for A, it says write an equation represent the relationship between the cost. Well, your cost is affected by how many tickets you buy. So to write a general equation, you should have written y equals 0.75x, which is 75 cents per ticket, plus the $12 to get in. That is your B. So on B, what is your slope or rate of change? 75 cents. So your slope equals 75 cents. Then what is your y-intercept? Your y-intercept, which is also your B. So y-intercept, you should have put 12 because it costs $12 to get into the fair. So here's B and C. B is your slope, which is 75 cents. That's how much it is per ticket. And for you to get into the fair, that's your y-intercept. It's $12. So then it says, describe what a graph of this relationship would look like. So I need to figure out, okay, where's it going to start at on my graph? Where would it start at? Where would my point start at? It would start at 0, 12. So you need to write the graph will start at the point 0, 12. Because your 12 is your B or y-intercept, And when I told you that you have a y-intercept, your x is always 0. Your x is always 0. So the graph will start at 0, 12. The line will be a straight line. The line will be a straight line. Just like a gym membership one, straight line with a constant rate of change, of how much? How much is it per ticket? Of 75 cents, of 0.75. Okay, so this is what you need to write down. This is everything you need to know. The graph will start at 0, 12, not at the origin because you know it's not proportional. You know it's 12 because that is your y-intercept. You have to pay $12 to get into the fair. Then you need to write down the line will be a straight line. The line will be a straight line with a constant rate of change of 0.75, Okay, so hopefully this helps, and hopefully use these videos to help you on your practice sheets. See y'all later.